It's crazy.
Yeah. My neighbors have already started to pull out their trash cans and all of their cones. If you live uptown in those areas, so they can block off the area so they can have parking.
It starts, Clio we have on Friday night.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff that's going on.
It gets started this weekend.
Yeah.
And thankfully, we were kind of talking about our rain chances for Saturday. It is looking better.
Good.
We'll see if that forecast holds. First, though, we got to get through rain tonight and then also that Arctic air for a couple of days. We have some showers already showing up. Thankfully, the risk of severe weather very, very low. One of the big reasons for that is because the atmosphere is very stable. We don't have the warm, humid air like we would normally have ahead of a system that would bring in a real risk of severe storms. We are still chilly and mostly dry. The showers that are rolling through at the moment, light, moderate, and we will continue to see these increasing throughout the evening and into the overnight. Good news is it'll be gone before daybreak. May still have some slick roads and maybe even a little standing water. Mostly cloudy skies outside right now, and as I said, it is still cool. 60s with dew points in the 40s, and while those values are higher than they were yesterday, we are far from being a very unstable atmosphere. Just the atmospheric conditions not very conducive for severe storms. Maybe right along the coastline. 61 was our high today, well below average. In fact, we're not going to see average temperatures until maybe and briefly early next week. Upper 50s and low 60s outside at the moment, and the dew points are high, but we never did see a strong southeast or southerly wind that sent a surge of Gulf moisture. Yes, an east and at times a little bit of a southeasterly component and a bit of a breeze, but thankfully we did keep the humidity in check, so that does help us out with regards to a severe threat. So our rain, some storms rolling through during the evening and overnight. I think really more than anything will be the issue, a few isolated heavier downpours that could lead to some street flooding, but again, even that looks fairly localized. Falling temperatures through the day tomorrow, hard freezes Thursday and Friday morning north and west, and we'll talk more about that weekend rain chance coming up in a bit. Very vigorous upper level system that is deepening across Arizona, New Mexico right now, moving toward western Texas. This is already kicking off some winter weather across the Ozarks. That is thankfully going to stay to our north. All we are going to see from this system is kind of a chilly rain through the overnight, and we could see a few rounds of some heavier showers at times, but it does look like the warm frontal boundary where you would really get that unstable air is going to stay right along the coast or just offshore. That's why if we do see any kind of real severe threat, it's going to literally be right at the coast. Grand Isle, Port Fourchon, maybe southern Plaquemines Parish as this system clears away. As we get toward 5 a.m., before a lot of folks are waking up, heavy so the rain is moving on with temperatures dropping through the day. So that risk of severe weather doesn't even include the North Shore, and it's really more so limited to right down along the coastline. Again, if anything, it's going to be some heavy rainfall. Now, overall, 1 to 1.5, maybe near 2 inches of rain, especially toward the coast. Localized flooding would be our main concern, nothing that would be widespread. This Arctic air, though, is also following in right behind it. Now, the core of this is already moving into the Dakotas and northern plains. This is going to moderate a bit as it moves south, and we're not going to get the core of this cold right over us, but that's why we're looking at a couple of cold days and staying on the chilly side through the weekend. Now, as we get into early next week, a little bit of western ridging will probably warm our temperatures to at and just above normal. But looking at the long range, another surge of cold air moves in on Wednesday. Wednesday of next week kind of kickstarts our big draw right to Mardi Gras Day. And at least to start, the end of the weekend is looking particularly cold. So we're now getting an idea of the last weekend of Carnival, and even that one is looking to be cold. Thursday morning, again, not tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, with that Arctic air moving in and the hard freezes on the North Shore, it'll feel like the teens and 20s. As far as the freezing temperatures go, they won't be here tomorrow morning. You still have time to protect the pipes, but by Thursday morning, north and areas west will need to protect those pipes. That'll again be the case for Friday morning, and then temperatures kind of moderating as we go beyond toward the weekend. No more freezes. Quickly, though, looking at that rain chance for Saturday. By the late evening, about a 20-30% chance starts moving in. The better chance looked to be late night, and even that looks to be only around 40 to 50%. So a rain chance is right now looking fairly minimal for our weekend. As we go into early next week, again, kind of a warming trend before another shot of cold air.
All right, Chris, thank you.